teams that's not really probably gonna make. I ain't gonna say teams, but speaking about a team that's not gonna make the playoffs. Let's talk about teams that are gonna make the playoffs. This is the current who's in and who's out playoffs. Right now you have the wrong.
I just need Justin and his Ravens to give us a game, man. Give us a game, dog.
Oh, he's like, yeah.
Give us a game, man. Just one.
You wanna know? You wanna know what's so crazy about that? Cause when you look at that and it's like, all right, you look at they have the Steelers twice. They have you all week 18, and you have the Falcons. The reality is
Y'all schedule is
because
brutal.
our schedule's not tough. Even the Browns, I'm sorry, because we have them too. It's like Deshaun Watson has been a dumpster fire. Like anytime we've seen him play, like he's been
Yeah, he hasn't been
horrible.
good this year.
He's been not just this year. Like even when they played him another, like he's just been horrible. Like the only game where it's gonna matter is you all. But the problem is if we don't lose a game until week 18, we
It
ain't
ain't
even
gonna matter.
tripping. It ain't gonna matter at that point. So.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, man. We need just let us get one, man.
Problem is, I don't think it's gonna happen. I literally, I don't.
And ours is tough. We still got the Bills. I mean, we
Yep.
play Tom Brady. Anything can happen there. We got our arch nemesis, the Browns, on Sunday. For some reason, we can't beat. I mean, we be getting
Y'all struggle
exposed
against
by the
them.
Browns.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we got Tampa Bay. We got the Bills. We have y'all, and we have the Browns. Let's see, we're 8-4. That's 12. So we got 5 games left. Let me just check
Yep.
that last game because I'm tripping. But yeah, man, like I just need y'all to give us a game, man. Just
Patriots. You got the Patriots.
one. Oh yeah, I
Yep,
feel like.
that's
Oh yeah, the
another tough
Patriots.
one.
Yeah.
Yep, y'all got the
Those
Patriots.
those are all winnable games.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
talked
yeah.
about the Bills already. Like they're kind of. Will we win the last 5? Probably not. But are they all winnable games
100%.
for us? I would say,
100%.
Okay, well, speaking of the AFC, right now you got your Bills, the Bills, not y'all Bills, the Bills, number one seed right now with the win over the Chiefs. That put them as the number one seed currently. You got Chiefs at number 2, the Ravens at 3rd. You got the Titans at 4, Bengals at 5, Dolphins at 6, and Jets at 7 right now. Those are your 7 playoff teams as of now.
get the Titans out of here.
They got to be in it. The South sucks, bro. Nobody's competing.
Yeah, that's right. They're the leader. That's
Nobody's
Yeah, the
competing.
leader of the South.
Nobody's competing, but they're 7-5. They got the same record as the Jets, and
Which is crazy.
y'all 8-4. So I mean, y'all not. It's not like this is huge gap. In the
No,
same-
I wasn't saying it
You know,
because
dragging.
bro, they're just not good. They're not a good football team. And I don't have their schedule in
And they
front of
just
me.
fired
so-
their president and their GM, so it's gonna be some
Yeah, I
changes
saw
this
that.
offseason in Tennessee,
Yeah, they have
personnel wise.
starting with
They fired him
Tannehill.
after A.J. Brown went in there and smoked him.
Oh yeah, he did.
They gave that boy away for chips and dip.
Man, well they
They
didn't
didn't
want
want even
to,
Tostitos.
bro. They didn't
Yeah,
want
they
to
didn't want
pay
to pay
him.
him. Yeah.
Like receivers in this league, granted, there's a lot of good receivers, but there's only maybe
Ooh,
10,
don't say great. Don't say great because he ain't great. But go ahead.
there's only 10 great
Oh,
receivers.
Jesus, he's not great. So
I'm just
Who? AJ Brown?
yes, he's a really good receiver. He's not great.
Man. So you put him with a Patrick Mahomes or put him with a Tom Brady?
putting with a Jalen Hurts.
I mean, yeah.
What do you
I think
mean?
a little bit of that might be his quarterback because
Jalen
he's
Hurts
clowning.
was not nowhere near as good
Buddy,
before A.J. Brown.
AJ Brown is clowning.
Exactly. So
Oh,
that
I
just
agree.
tells you either there's a huge gap between Tannehill and Hurts, which there shouldn't be.
There's a big gap between
There
Tannehill
is.
and a lot of guys.
But
Tannehill
I'm
had
just saying.
one
I'm
good
just saying
season his
though.
whole
If we're,
career.
I'm just exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If we're talking about AJ Brown not being good or great,
I didn't
if you're
say he
looking
was
at-
not good. See, you're twisting
I'm
words
saying
already.
no. I'm saying
I said he
between-
was really good.
Okay, if we're saying between really good and
So he
great,
on the
what's that
cusp.
margin?
On the cusp.
What's the margin
Okay.
between very good and great?
Okay, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this just to and this will answer your question. Is AJ Brown better than Stephon Diggs?
You consider that
They're
Stephon
different
Diggs
kind of
great?
receivers, but you can totally make that argument.
Really?
I
if
think
we're
Stephon Diggs is a faster guy, and like they get their money differently. But you throw a jump ball to AJ Brown, 9 times out of 10, he's coming down with that joint. So I think they do very.
So
I think they
so
do
you're
kind of different things
I
for your
think they do
team.
different things. Great.
here's the thing.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. I'm asking as a receiver because it doesn't matter the type of receiver. At the end
Okay.
of the
Yes,
day,
I believe he's
is
just as
Yeah,
good.
I said you could make an
And if we
argument.
dig
Yeah,
and if we dig deeper
yeah,
into that, we can specify.
I
But yes, I think he's
I,
just as good
I
as a
don't.
Stephon Diggs.
yeah.
okay. I
You can
can't
make
agree
you can
with
make an
that, but
argument for
I
that.
don't.
so I can
But
I can
I
already.
think Diggs is a better route runner. Like
He is way
But
better.
no, wait a
I
minute. But
understand
no,
that,
no,
but that's what comes with
we're not splitting. We're not
yeah.
allowed to
That's
split
what
hairs.
comes
He
with
just said, or
that type of receiver.
at any point are they equal? And I think that AJ Brown do some things better than Stephon Diggs,
As
and
far as
Stephon Diggs do
production
some
goes,
things
do I
better
think I
than
can put
AJ
them both
Brown. But
same
you
as
can
both
make a
guys?
case
Absolutely.
that they're just as good as each other.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Wow.
saying.
yeah.
I
I
I
think
don't
Diggs is
agree
a
with
better
that.
receiver, but I do think that AJ Brown is a monster.
I mean, he is. But here's where I go back to the word great is thrown around way too loosely for me. So I don't think he's great. I do think he's really good. But like I look at it for me, like Stephon Diggs, I
Okay.
think Tyreek is on a whole nother level, obviously as well. He's
Okay.
just a different type of specimen. Then let me see the other ones that you have here.
Do you put Cup up there?
Devontae,
Devontae Adams, Cooper Cup, Jefferson from
Okay.
Minnesota.
Okay.
Um, what's my man's name?
Do you put Hopkins there?
Hopkins.
Do you put
What?
Metcalf there?
No,
Jamar Chase.
heck no. Did you just say DK Metcalf?
I'm just asking.
That shouldn't even
Can I
come out
ask a
your
question?
mouth. Come on, man.
Okay.
DK Metcalf. Stop.
All right.
Stop.
Sorry, I
But
guess
then
it's
that
just
would be
so
but that
just
that is
so
outlandish.
outlandish.
That is. That
Okay.
is. To mention great and DK
And that's
Metcalf
why I feel
is
like
outlandish.
quarterbacks make a bigger difference because I feel like if DK Metcalf was in place of some of these other guys, like
What about CD Lamb? What do you think about him?
Hold on,
good.
set. No, he's not great.
I'm just saying.
Stop.
I'm
But
throwing names out. I just
what'd you say, Jared?
it's a
I didn't hear
long
you. It broke
ladder
up
with
right
you.
before that.
no, I was saying like I think quarterbacks make a lot more difference than we're giving it credit for because I feel like if DK was in the place of some of these other guys, his stats numbers might be. DK is a freak athlete, like so. I don't see
Who
there's
can't,
anything that he can't do. He's clearly got the speed,
he's
got
not
the
a
hands.
strong. He's not a strong route runner, which is why he struggles to get
But
open
but that's but
against certain
that's
type of
that's
corners.
that's where we were going back to the types of receivers. Not all great receivers are your ultimate route runners. Like some guys are just downfield threats. Some guys
Right.
are possession receivers. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
but I'm
like
saying like even with that in hand, like hearing what you're saying, he's not he's not great at that though. Like he's really good. He has and I agree. He has everything you need from the makings of it. But I don't put DK great at that. No, he's a
see,
great athlete.
I'm an offensive lineman at heart, so maybe my route running, awareness isn't where it needs to be able to jump in a conversation like that. So I'll give y'all that. I'm not about to get into route running, but I do understand that certain receivers do certain things better than others. Your big wide receivers, you can send them on them little slants inside and expect for them to pick that ball out the air and be able to sustain. Am I gonna send
Red zone
am
threats.
I gonna send Diggs on a 3 yard slant? I don't really know. But am I gonna send him down the field? Am I gonna have him juke somebody out of their shit to the
You're
top of
gonna
the
have him
route? And get
running
open?
But here's
post
the
and
thing.
corner routes and nine routes. Like, yeah, you're gonna do that.
Yeah,
Diggs
with
runs
it.
absolutely.
slants.
Diggs does run slants.
Diggs literally runs every route in the book. They put him on every route in the book. How you think he catches 100+ balls every year?
I'm
And
For
that
my
was
fantasy
since he's
team.
been in since he's been in Minnesota.
Bro, he runs a bunch of comebacks and stuff like that, bro.
I'm
Like
gonna
He
say
he
runs
ain't
every
consistent.
route.
He ain't.
so
Every
he's
route.
We're
so
talking about
you would say
consistency. We
he's
talking about something
a
consistent.
possession receiver.
That is
No,
have you
he's
ever
not a
watched
possession receiver.
have you ever
Yes.
watched Diggs play?
Yes, that's what I'm telling
Then
you.
you would know he runs every route, brother.
I'm
Every
not saying
game.
bro.
Definitely gonna be taking a
Every
better look.
receiver runs every route.
I mean,
You
No,
can
they
make an
don't.
argument for that.
But
But what
just
I'm
DK
some are
runs
better at
posts
certain
and
routes than
streaks.
others.
bro, DK go across the middle
He does.
What the
way
Okay.
more than Diggs.
Okay, now you ain't watching no football then. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, back to the playoff hunt. As I
Oh
was
yeah,
saying,
we were talking about that,
we were
right?
talking playoffs.
Sheesh.
And AJ Brown for some reason. We're talking about the Titans. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
And saying that they're comparable to, I guess, the rest of the teams in the AFC based on record. They're only one game away from being 8-4. They're actually tied with the Jets, so at 7-5. So
They stink though. I
yeah,
don't know if it's that their offensive line ain't opening up no holes, but
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I
Last
was like I
game,
said, I
Derrick
was at
Henry
the
didn't do
game.
anything.
I was at the game against the Bengals, and I mean
Yep, yep.
that running game did nothing, nothing.
Well,
And
because
we're not even that
there's
great of
no
a
threat
run
to
stopping
pass.
team, but they
That's
Who are
true.
you
they
worried
just
about catching the ball?
They don't. They
Nobody.
don't have that. They don't have that threat now. With especially
They
with
could
AJ
put
being
all
out.
11 people in the box, and Tannehill wouldn't complete the pass.
Because all they got is Robert Woods, which he's coming back
what's
from
he doing?
Nothing.
torn
Blocking.
what's it called,
Blocking.
basically,
He
basically,
watching.
bro. He
He
ain't lying,
He's
bro.
watching Derrick Henry.
he's not making any noise, is he?
Nope.
Nope.
I thought that was a good, I
He
didn't think they were
is,
gonna
but he
fully
coming. But that
supplement
injury
losing
though.
AJ Brown, but I thought it was gonna be, okay, well, they lost AJ Brown, but they got something,
Yeah, nah.
No, he would have been great if AJ would have been there, but
Yeah, yeah.
He's not a
he's
one.
never been a number
He's
one.
never
But
been
No,
there.
Yeah.
never been a one.
Even at LA, like he never caught. He never was marketed as a number one. I guess depth chart wise, maybe, but then Cup just took off the past 3 years, so it's just like whatever. Moving to the NFC, we got the Eagles, of course, at 1. Vikings at 2. You got the Niners at 3. Bucks at 4. They're only in based on division record. Got Cowboys, Giants, and Seahawks to round that out. It's crazy that the Bucks are in and they will host a playoff game, being a division leader over the Cowboys, which is 9-3. They're 6-6, I think, or 6-5, or something like
No,
that. Like
6-6.
six and
They
six or
just.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's
just
like
one.
to host the game. I think if we're talking about flexing, we've been talking about flexing a lot. They need to be able to flex playoff teams and allow, okay, Bucks, you win because you won your division, but you moved to a 7 seed based on record. Like, I think you shouldn't be
That's
able
a
to
good
host a playoff
idea.
game with.
That's really a good idea. Because at
I
first I
don't
was
think you should
thinking
be able to.
let go of the division winners, but I'm like, nah, you can't really
You
do
kind of
that.
got to.
That's a good. Just seed it.
Just flex them out.
One to
Flex them
seven.
out as a seed.
Yeah.
Like maybe if it's like I say maybe like if it's a 2 game difference, since you can't go even now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you got a draw in there somewhere. But I think, hey, look, if you're looking at Dallas, they're up 3 games on y'all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're, you know what I mean? Like,
Another one
hey,
of them things that makes too much sense, like we started talking about earlier. Just makes too
right.
much sense.
Too
So
much sense. Hey, flex them out. Dallas get to host the game. We're not gonna kick you out the playoffs based on your record. You just
move the
move
seed
down.
down.
Yeah, you just move down seeds based on your record. I
You
think
get
that
that.
is
But I
very
mean, it is the same way in all sports too, though. Like baseball does it,
yeah.
basketball does it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well,
College football does
basketball,
it.
no,
no, they changed it, right?
basketball. I don't think basketball do it. Them division winners don't matter.
You
It's
sure?
all record. It's
It's
all
just
record in
record.
basketball.
Yeah,
So you can
it's
win
your
your
record.
division in basketball and not make playoffs?
Well, I'm just saying, like you'll win if you win your division. Chances are you're gonna be probably one of the top
Your
seeds
record
anyway,
too.
Let
Yeah.
me look
unless
it up.
everybody just is.
Yeah,
They
but I
have
don't
to
think
be.
division winners give you an automatic bid or nothing
Yeah,
like
that don't
that.
get you auto. Yeah, you're not automatically in. I agree.
Well, they play 82 games. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So like in '82, somebody's gonna separate
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
So
yeah,
somebody,
yeah,
at
yeah.
least one will
All
have a
right.
winning record, but I don't think it's guaranteed.
I stand corrected. That's crazy, but
Yeah.
hey, I'll take it.
So yeah, you got the Giants and the Seahawks to rounds out that bottom 2. At 7-4-1, the Giants just tied with the Commanders. You got the Seahawks at 7-5 also. Um, Outside of the Buccaneers, the AFC and NFC. I think we were saying this earlier. Like they're starting to really separate themselves. The really good teams are starting to separate themselves outside of the Bucks. And with Tom Brady, you never effing know what can happen in the playoffs. Whenever that man gets in the playoffs, they either get bounced in the first round or something happens. So I wouldn't want to play him just because, like I said, going against Tom Brady, just the experience. Who knows where to rally that team? But again, I think they should be flexed now. But there's some tough teams in there. The Vikings. This has probably been the most consistent they've been for this long in the season. They've had fast starts before, but I don't think they've ever maintained it. So this 10-2 is very surprising. the only other team with double-digit wins outside of the Eagles. What do y'all think about the Vikings? I guess that's a real question. How do
I
y'all?
don't got no faith. I still
Yeah,
ain't
I
got
was gonna
faith.
say. I still think they got some major holes on that team. Nah.
Okay, I'm that way too. But it's just like when you look at the record and then you see them play, you look at the Dallas game being like, okay, but like a lot of their games, they played pretty good from what I've seen on both sides of the ball. Really, that defense is flying. Like, but
Team
yeah,
that
Eventually,
can't consistently run
somebody's
the ball.
gonna stop uh, Cousins from just blindly throwing the ball to Jeffries, and that's gonna be the death of them.
We
Jefferson,
gotta think Jefferson didn't even have a great game
Yeah,
against the Jets.
Jeffries.
Really,
Yeah.
the Jets had him
yeah,
beat.
they
They
did.
had two
They did.
opportunities. They
It
just
was
didn't
it was they were
close it.
two
Two
drops away
opportunities. Yep.
from
Yep.
winning that game.
Yep. They really should have. The Jets
Like
really should have won.
Mike
But
White almost came through again.
yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah.
But they had two
White
legit
Mike.
opportunities.
White Mike.
Y'all see what y'all see what Garrett Wilson said about Mike White?
Oh, what'd he say?
I did.
He said I'll go to war for that brother anytime.
Yeah,
Really?
he probably he's got 300 yards in the last two
about to
games.
say
I'm
he
sure he would.
That says a lot. I mean, it's like, how do you
But,
feel as a starting quarterback of that team? No, wait. Is old boy hurt or did he just get benched?
Who?
He's
Wilson?
benched.
He
Wilson.
just got
Wilson.
benched.
Yeah, Wilson got
Matter of fact, I just saw today. They said White Mike is starting again. Flacco's his backup. Wilson's not even dressing.
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised with that.
It
Yeah.
is what it is.
All right, man. Let's look at the bottom half. I know this is probably a
Let's go,
sore
White Mike.
site to discuss, but
Cares about the bottom half.
I know, but
Nobody.
bottom half of what?
Nobody.
I know nobody cares. But we
you
have
talking
to
about?
talk about like who's on
No,
the
we
bubble.
don't.
No, you
Who's on
don't.
the bubble?
We-
Nobody.
The only thing I would say about what
the
you're saying.
Patriots, the
Them niggas ain't
Chargers,
gonna make it. Them niggas ain't gonna make it.
Washington.
Them niggas ain't gonna make it.
That's probably in the NFC.
The only
Nobody
team,
else.
the one team I think that may slip in because of how well they started playing is the Detroit Lions have been on a daggone run. And the way they're playing,
They're 5-7.
yep, and the way they're playing, and if you look at like Seattle's schedule, Washington and the Giants, I could see those three teams, to down the stretch, and depending on how Detroit kind of weathers out these last few games, they could slide right on in there, and they now second in the division. So,
Washington has a winning record, and they're out
yep,
as of this week
Yep.
because of that draw.
yep.
They're
And the Lions, you got to think the Lions, they
Lions
have
is right there at 5-7.
Well, I'm saying they have the Vikings, so if they beat the Vikings, that's another win. They have the Jets the week after that, the Panthers, the Bears, and the Packers. All winnable games.
Very winnable. And they're like third in the league in scoring too, so they can put up numbers. They just can't stop nobody.
And they're getting Jameis Williamson back, I think, either this week or next week. So
Yeah, he just came
Shout
off
out to
IR
James
this last week.
That's what's up.
Yep.
But then, like I said, you got the Patriots at 6-6, so you got the Chargers at 6-6 too, and you got a Raider team that is surging right now at 5-7. So
True that. Somehow they're winning right now because of Josh Jacobs and Isaac's fantasy football team.
Isaac has his ways of willing teams.
I am
on,
out
so.
here destroying boys with Josh right now.
Man,
It
Josh
is
has been on a
crazy.
tear. Yeah, Josh has been on a tear, real talk.
And they declined.
And they
his,
didn't pay him. Yep,
right.
they did not pay him, so he could
Yep.
get paid. Yep.
Somebody gonna
They
pay him.
declined his option. So
So yeah, it's definitely interesting in that bottom half, at least the top half of the bottom half, I should say. It's still, like I said, it's still some things that can shake up any week. So
I just want passion, love attraction, baby love that shit. I'm savage, I just like passion. Say I'm classic, ready for the madness. If you catch me, I just want passion, love attraction, baby love that shit.
Phone charge on its last light. Same clothes on from last night. Still lit like it's last night. Young living in the fast life. Young. Smoke cloud from the ash pipe. Catch air from the half pipe. I need a centerfold from the shows with the mansion. Chandelier dancing. Counting a Branson. Yeah. Been had hella Frank spend his ballpark figures. Might be in the field, but I came from the trenches. You can tell it's my time, look at better swing. I do like the charm on my wrist, let me flip. Want me pay the way, I'm the wave, I'm authentic. Sitting courtside, got a sprain, nigga. I run the gang for the gang. Nothing but a thing when I sing. Young Usain, I sprinting, getting fresh prints. Counting a blessing on blessing on blessing. They call me the reverend, y'all nigga play too much.